Well, a shutout. Not really what I was thinking going into it, considering that Akron. Well, I mean, they didn't score last week, but surely they'd score this week, or our defense isn't that up to par. No, no, shutout. 68 to nothing. South Carolina is currently handling their FCS opponent super well. The South Carolina offense 0, South Carolina State 3, and punting unit for South Carolina 14. Whomst else? Bama is only beating their G5 opponent 66 to nothing. All I gotta say is bad L. You could probably hear all the fireworks. I hope they have enough for the rest of it. Let's see here. Ohio State beat their FCS opponent 70 to nothing. It's Grambling though, so whatever. Massachusetts lost to their FCS team. Despite the gunslinging, you love to see it. And Oregon beat their G5 team. Wait, no, that's Oklahoma State. They beat a Power 4 team 69 to 3. Jesus, Wisconsin only beat their. I just lost to Austin Peay 42 to 10. Florida sucked. All right. Anyway, so we beat our opponent 68 to nothing. It's Akron. We know it's Akron. Akron is not a good football program. I think I can say that. This is vengeance for the start of Scott Frost's tenure. I'm still bitter about that because I feel like if we actually played that game 0-6, we would have never started that way. But you never really know. California only beating Texas Southern 35-7. They only beat Bethune Cookman 45-3. K-State, Lamau. Anywho, let's get to the actual team. So we scored 68, obviously, but we had 700 total yards, 728 total yards of offense. Akron had 175. Most of that was in the fourth. Most of that was in the fourth quarter. The one thing I really, really did not like, and is something that I was very surprised they didn't take advantage of, was just a crap ton of penalties, man. There was a good amount of pass interferences. Akron only had a one false start on the punt, and it was just a total mess for the defense. I say that as they got the shutout, but Akron had like 3 or 4 opportunities to score points and missed kick, blocked kick, and then the fumble, and then I forget the other one. Maybe I'm just wrong. For a game that we only had won the time of possession battle by 12 seconds, that's cool. And that first quarter was a bit worrying. I mean, fumbling at the 3-yard line and then not being able to convert a couple yards on 3 plays. That's not great. We could have had 14. Instead, we got 5, which, yes, that would mean that we should have 79 fucking points. which is a lot. Oh, jeez. But, 10 yards per play is certainly a statistic. Rayola, let's get into individuals. Rayola, 364 yards and 4 touchdowns. By far his best performance, even against FCS, against, the bad opponents. TJ Lateef. I keep calling him Lateef. I think it's Lateef. 6 of 7, 128. Pretty good. And then Gramstad came in, threw 2 passes, one of them horrifically negative, the other one just fine. And that was the end of the game. Emmett Johnson, 14 carries, 140 yards, 2 touchdowns, and that fumble. He did okay, but that fumble, I'm still very mad about the fumble. The thing is that this game was not perfect, and that's fine, but there's at least improvement, okay? There's improvement that I hope Rule and the rest of the offense and also defense will be able to clean up before we get to Michigan as our first opponent, who is currently losing to a ranked Oklahoma. So I don't know how that's gonna go. Maybe by the time I upload this, it'll be done. Where'd it go? Where did it? Where did it? I'm confused. Whatever. Let's look. So Barney got the majority. Oh, Oklahoma scored a field goal. Okay, yeah, they won that. I think it's 11 points with a minute 45. I guess you never know. 7 receptions, 132 yards. Hunter having himself a pretty good day. 4 catches, 82 yards. Mosey was doing pretty well for himself. 3 catches, 65 yards. Quite nice. A lot of other contributors. Emmett Johnson he had 3 total touchdowns. My goodness. But here's my biggest concern. My biggest concern is going to be the special teams. Now, I'm not concerned about the punting. There was no punting today. I'm not concerned about the kicking. The kicking was just fine. I'm concerned about the return games of both punting and kickoffs. We had that one nice return on the kickoff. That was pretty cool. But some other it was a punt return. But some of those were just running right into traffic. Now it got better as the game got on. Like either it was because we actually learned from our mistakes or Akron was just tired. But yeah. It's fine. All right. Kunan, I'm so sorry for your leg. I hope you feel better for next week, because next week is, yeah. I'm going to have to learn how to draw a husky next week. Cool. Akron, 7 of 21 for 54 yards. That's what Finley did. Their backup didn't really do much better. I feel like the backup did better running the ball. Doesn't really show on the stat sheet because it says he has 7 carries for -8 yards, but that was because he got a huge sack on him that put him into heavily negative, but he was much better on the running attack. And then Marcel Williams. He was the only guy with 2 catches for positive yardage. Miles Walker got 2 catches, but he had 0 yards. Their kicker is going to be kicking himself for a while. That one where it just barely hit the post after that miss, he's going to probably not like that. But definitely the return game for Akron was exposing a lot of things. Like, obviously the averages don't look, but, like, there's a couple of those that just did not look right. And also the kicks were pretty short. Safety is nice, but that was just because of terrible offense. We're so close to 500 total passing yards. That would have been so great. But, yeah, not really much else to talk about other than just domination. 68-0. Akron just needs to work on many things. Don't worry, their next game is at UAB, so they should be able to get it right. Right, guys? Oh, and then they open against Toledo. Well, at least I don't see Ohio on their schedule, so they should be fine. But, yeah, I really thought that Akron, after winning the last 2 games of their season, would be better, but no. We shot them out. I don't even know the last time we had a shutout. Must have been a very, 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 well, it wasn't a very long time. It's just the fact that we just killed them. It's fine. Yeah. It's, always this game is a confidence booster. There's not really much of a thing. I mean, in past years, we could barely get our backups in. This year, we finally were able to get them in for a quarter and a half. There's always worse things that could happen. You could lose to your G5 opponent. You could lose to a MAC school. which we have done in the past. Brings back some horrible memories of Riley ball. Yeah, 68 is pretty good. It would have been nice if they did a 2-point conversion for 69, but beggars can't be choosers, I guess. It would have been 66-0 without it, without that safety. But yeah, Akron's dead. That's pretty much it. Killed him. And on to next week against Houston Christian. My expectations are a bit too high, and we're probably not even going to get 50 against them. That's just what I predict. I don't think this performance against Akron is going to translate over to Houston Christian. I feel like they're going to be a bit better than what Akron has put out over the past couple of years, even if they just have not been good in their own conference. But like, I don't care. It's fine. We won't score 70 on them, I don't think, because backups will just be in to not really do much. And while I do think the backups did better, it's just another game in which we don't really know what's up. And until we get to conference play, these games will just be washes to probably 3-0. Probably, because there's always a chance we lose to the FCS team. Always a chance. But yeah. Let me know what you guys think. Ow, I just hurt my little finger. Let me know what you guys think. If you want to leave a comment, that'd be nice. Next week I will, still record on time. Yay. But Monday is when the Bears finally decide to play football again. And no, that's wrong. Yeah, that is wrong. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to go watch Michigan State fail to beat Boston College, I hope, because of clout. And I will see you guys later, I guess. I don't know what else I was going with it. Goodbye.